Hey guys, so this is a hard video to make. You see, I have a dark secret. It's a truly terrible shame, and it's tucked away in the very bottom drawer of my desk. I keep the cat's litter box close to it just to mask the stench of my crime, but I can't keep it a secret any longer. It's time I revealed my first ever miniatures. And here they are, my first ever miniatures, and to be honest, some of them aren't actually that bad. In fact, a couple of them I really do like, but the rest are pretty damn awful, and there's a reason for that which I'll get into soon. But first, if you aren't aware, these miniatures come from the Dark Souls board game, made by Steamforged Games. I managed to convince a few friends to play it with me twice, and it was really fun, and I'd love to play it again. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to discuss the failures of my first minis. When I received the game, I decided I wanted to try painting the awesome models that came with it. I didn't want to wait, so I got a friend to drive me to the big city where he knew of a modelling shop which sold paints. When we got there was no acrylic paints in sight, just some Humbrol enamel paints. So, I grabbed about £40 worth and then got dropped off at home to paint my new miniatures. Now, it is possible and even viable to use enamel paints on plastic miniatures. It is a lot harder and requires a lot of thinning, which I didn't do. So I ended up losing a lot of detail and it took forever to dry. And when it did dry, it had a glossy finish that looked alright on some models but awful on others. It also smelled pretty bad. I did do my best though, and so now I'd like to show some of the models that I think went well. So these 4 miniatures I think turned out pretty well. Some of the texture on them actually surprises me, you know, such as the shield of the gargoyle. I think it looks pretty cool, and the cape of the dancer, and although you can't really see it very well on camera, the sword of the frost, what is this guy called? The frost wraith sort of thing is I'm proud of that as well. It's got a very dusty sort of texture to it. Now, the Titanite demon here definitely has a dusty texture, which obviously shows how much I've neglected my Dark Souls minis. However, I think I've done well on the sort of bronze look. Even though his actual character model is a sort of bluey green turquoise kind of colour, in game I've always seen him as sort of bronze, so I'm quite happy with the colour that I chose here. But this game and these miniatures are what kicked off my love for miniatures, and next I bought some Warhammer miniatures. I started out with some dwarves because I love dwarves, and yes, I used acrylic paints this time and it was a lot easier. And there we have it, my first worst miniatures ever, which, you know, they could have gone a lot worse than they did, but some of them I'm really happy with. You know, I might actually repaint some of them, so let me know if you'd like to see that. Obviously, I've got a lot more to paint, and so next video we'll be painting something very special. So, thanks for watching. Peace off.